Hi and welcome to episode 37 of the Yarnniffler podcast. My name is Sam. I'm a university student from Belgium. I love to knit and crochet while I'm not studying and sometimes while I'm studying. You can find me on Instagram as Sam Wyffels and on Ravelry as Yarnniffler. I'm gonna try to link everything I'll be talking about today, all the Ravelry pages, or if I just have a pattern to share with you, I'll try to link everything in the description box. You just scroll down under the video and see show more, a little arrow. I have no idea, they always change it, so yeah, and if something's not clear, let me know and I'll try to help you out. It's been 5 weeks almost, I think. Today we are Wednesday the 6th of March and I don't have class. We are just about 2 o'clock, so this morning I just relaxed a little bit because it's been very busy, which I'll be talking about a little bit later, but relaxed, knit, and then try to set everything up for the podcast because it's been such a long time. I have a lot to show you, and kind of, to be honest, in the last 2 weeks I was thinking, oh, I have to film most times on Wednesdays because then I have no class or only 2 hours, so I have time, but I just didn't want to. So I decided today I'm going to, and I will see how it goes, but I want to keep it short. So I'm gonna give you all the important information, but that's it. The only thing is I'm working with a self-drafted stutter, so for that one we'll try to give you as much information as possible, but for the rest you can find it on Ravelry and everything will be linked down below if you're interested. So that's that. Good. I have, let me still count, 1, 2, 3 finished socks, a finished crochet top, and 2 finished cross stitches. So I have a lot to show you, and then I have a lot of whips. So let's get into the socks. These ones, my sock blockers are here. So they have been finished for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know, and I've wanted to block them, like wash and block them, but I did not want to, and then maybe now after I finish the podcast I will, but okay. Here we go. Let me show you this side. So these are them. They are similar but not completely. So you can see that the cuffs and heels and toes are made in different colors, just because I wanted to do that. And I have a couple of things here, but this is where you saw them last time normally. So I finished them completely. They are with leftovers from my geogradient MCAL. I still have to weigh them, which I can't do today because I don't have my mini scale with me, but I'm gonna weigh them this weekend and then I can put in for each color how much I used. So if you watch this close after this comes out, can be that on the Ravelry page not all the information for the yarns is there, but you should know most of them are from my geogradient MCAL, and then the heels, cuffs and toes are minis that are complementary to these 2 colors. So first pair of socks. So just a scrappy pair of socks, and I have more than enough scraps left over from this one together with a hat I made with similar yarn, so probably gonna make another pair of socks as well. But first I have to weigh these and figure it all out, so that's coming later. Next pair of socks. I think I did not show you these ones before, but I'm not completely sure. Let me maybe see in the show notes from last week. Ah, yes, I showed you them. So maybe then that's... Is this the marker for that? All of my other markers are out of it. I don't know. This could be the marker for... yeah, this probably is where you saw them last. I was not sure. So, finished as well. These are called DK socks number 3. They are knit toe up, just as my other ones. These ones are 48 stitches, and on fingering weight I do 56 stitches. Fingering weight is 2.5 millimeter needles toe up, and then 2.25 for the cuff. DK socks is 3.5 millimeters toe up, and then for the cuff I do the 3 millimeters. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about these ones. These ones are by Concept by Katja. In the yarn is Taika, so I think it's a 70-30 yarn nylon blend, and these ones are color 103. And yeah, I just finished them, and nothing else more to say about those ones. So you've seen these ones, and then the third pair of socks you have not seen. I'm gonna see if I can find the label for these ones. Yes, because these ones are also by Concept by Katja. Let me put them on the sock blocker. So these ones are also made toe up, but I wanted these ones to these were my lecture socks, so if I was in class or had presentations to watch or something, I was working on these ones, which was not always the easiest because I chose to put a pattern into it. But yeah, so they are this variegated gray color, and I have no idea how good you can see the pattern, maybe. So it's the Hermione's Everyday sock pattern by Erica Luder, also knit toe up. So I made the toes, and I was gonna just knit straight, but yeah, they were kind of boring, so I put in this pearl bump detail from Hermione's Everyday Socks. Before the rest, knit completely the same as the other ones, just a little bit shorter because I was done with them. So these ones are also Concept by Katja, but these ones are Amu, and they're a mix of merino, of wool and silk. So they are 55% wool, 55% wool, 25% polyamide, and 20% silk. I don't know if I would say that these are like softer than these ones, which do not have silk in them. But yeah, they're fun, and you can sometimes see like how the color is taken up because of the silk that's in it. So those are those ones. Also need to get blocked, but yes. Those were all my finished knitting objects, all socks. Last year I did not knit a lot of socks, and now I'm into sock knitting again. So that's that. Then I have this finished object, but I'm gonna pull it out again, but let me show you. So in the way I can. So this is a lily top by Passionate Goods, or Passionate Kelsey on YouTube. I've been loving watching her videos, and she has a crochet business where she sells the pattern for these tops, but also the tops themselves, which you can buy already made. So I made one for myself, but the fit is not completely like how I wanted to. So I think I made the large size, which I think is the good cup size, or yeah, she gives information if you want to change anything, how to do that. But when I'm wearing it, I want this to be like a little bit more the cups close together. So I'm gonna see, she has some other patterns, if I can use one of those for this one. So the yarn I used, so I used a 5mm hook, and I used this yarn held double. This is Cotton King's Cone 500, so 500 grams of 8/4. So this is their fingering weight, sport weight yarn, and I held it double, and this is color 38. I bought this yarn originally to make a cardigan, but I love this color, but this color does not go with my wardrobe for a cardigan, but I think for like some tops or something this could perfectly work. So I'm gonna take this out, make a new top with it, and then maybe knit also a top out of this one. So that's this one. This was a very quick make, which was fun. I think I watched 2 movies like 2 nights in a row and in like the first week of uni, and I finished this one. So that's that. And like after I finished that one, I was working on it. I was like, oh yes, then tomorrow I can podcast. And then the next day I tried it on and it did not fit, and then I was like, oh, don't want to podcast now. So yeah, we're here today. But now I've like been filming for 10 minutes already, and I feel the energy coming. So this is something I have to know. I know I just my hair is something, and but not everything has to be perfect always. So I'm just doing it this way, and that means that there is a new video up for you to watch, and I'm happy that I put something out. Then I have 2 cross stitches that are finished. So the first one is Luna, and the pattern is by cross stitch crafters on Etsy. I will link the pattern. I'll put in a picture of where I was when you saw it last, and then I put in a picture of the finished object because I made this for my oldest cousin, so I gave it to her, so I don't have it anymore. When you saw it last, I had 66% done. I had about 1800 more crosses to go. This one I made on 16 count, 2 over 1 full cross, I think that's the right termination. Like that, if I understand this correctly, that means that you use 2 strands of thread and go like just go 1 square over to make your cross. And in total that was about 5,663 crosses, and then just a little bit of back stitching. So yeah, but it was very fun. In like the last couple of days that I had finished it, I was like going. Like if you see the patterns, what I did is I made the outline, and then on the train home I know I needed to just fill those in like I could go horizontally or vertically or whatever. I tried some different methods as well, so that was fun. She was very happy with it. And what I did is I just bought like I think it was some kind of canvas, but it's very flat. It's like you could say like cardboard with like this thing over it to make it a canvas, and I just stretched it over it and glued it down and gifted it to her so she could do whatever she wanted with it. So that's that. And then my other one I've taken out, yes, it's here. It is this one. Let me show you the front. So this is oh for fuck's sake. So this is something, yeah, I saw this and I was just, oh, I love this, and it was very small and very fun to make. I did not have the exact colors for, like, I have black, but like the orange and the white, I did not have the exact ones of DMC like they said in the pattern, but that did not matter. It's very cute, and I still like have to see how I'm gonna frame it or something. So for now it's just in this stage. This one is a pattern from Cunning Cross Stitch, and it was free. I do not know if it's still free, but it was free at the moment that I got it. And this was 985 stitches, and I think I made it in about 3 days. So it was very fun to do. And maybe if you're interested, you can see this is the back. So I'm very happy with this. I'm trying to be as neat as possible, but sometimes you just have to have a longer strand of thread to just not have to like sew it in and then start a new one. So that's that. Yes, I'm just checking my notes if you see me looking downwards. Oh, this was made on an 18 count. So if you're not a cross stitcher, I did not know this before, but 18 count means that if you can look, you have like small holes in this. It means that there are 18 holes in an inch. So I've worked on a 14 count now, a 16 count, and this is an 18 count. So I'm just looking to see what I like best of the different kinds of counts and for different things, because also like this is very small, but every time you go up and count, so say I go to a 16 count, it will be a little bit bigger, and 14 count will be a little bit bigger as well. And for something like this, I don't think it's very important, but if you want to make very big things, it's important. So I'm just learning on what do I like to stitch and how does it work on smaller count and so on. So that's that one. And then let's see. Let's go into the WIPs. I'll just show you the ones that I don't have a lot to say about first and quickly, and then we can go into the self-drafted sweater, which is almost finished. So these are my Selbu socks by Skein Knits. So this is a toe up, 72 stitches on 2mm needles. And last time you saw this, you are the Gollum one. So if you can see, like, Gollum is here and this little cup is there. This means that I worked on this for one session on the train, probably, I think, since you saw this. But yeah, I did a good part of the repeat. So the heel is finished completely. So I was just done with the heel. I think I showed you. Was I? I'm blinking now. Yeah, I think I was. Or was I not? So I think I'm just thinking on Instagram I shared something about having a couple of heels to finish all in one night. So maybe that was there as well. So maybe the heel was done as well. I finished the colorwork part and then I finished the heel and like this part, you see. Whatever. This is made in Fulcolana Arvetta, and the darkest color, this one is 104 or burgundy, and the light one is light blush 334. So yeah, not super much progress, but maybe once my big project is finished I can go into this one because it's been on my needles for a long time. Then let's see. Then I have two new works in progress. The first one is this hat, which may look a little bit weird because it has holes in it. This is a hat for a teddy bear. So this is the planning is meant for his ears to go into it, and I just have to finish up the top. This has been laying like this for 2 weeks because this weekend I saw the person who has the teddy bear and I could like try it on, but I did not have it with me. So I do not want to finish it completely and then have to rip out. So I want to try it on the teddy bear first and see. As you can see, the teddy bear has a very big head. Like, it's very stretchy, and it has to because I think it's more than 100 centimeters in the round. So if you see, like, this almost fits completely over my head. Yeah. So that's that. No pattern. I cast it on 180 stitches on 3.5mm needles. Did the ribbing for, I don't know, 10-15 rows, and then went to 4mm needles, and that's it. The yarn I'm using is a DK weight one. It is Basic Merino by Katja in the color 22, and it's a mix of 52% wool and 48% acrylic. I gave them a couple of options, and this is what they want. It's for the mascot of my Canopolo team. So yeah, once it's finished I definitely take a picture and I'll show it to you all. So that's also finished. Then one more pair of socks. So these socks I started after I finished those gray socks, and these ones are my new lecture socks. So in some of my lectures I just have to listen, and sometimes it's a little bit boring, and to just keep myself engaged I knit. And now I think I've knit in almost every lecture, because sometimes we just get information about whatever we have to do, but everything's on the PowerPoint, so you just have to listen and don't really take notes, or sometimes you just not note down a couple of things. So yeah, and most of the time I sit pretty much in front, so I think most of my professors have seen me knit right now, but nobody has any comments on it, and yeah, I can still follow the lesson. So that's it. So these are the ones, just vanilla ones, toe up, 56 stitches on 2.5mm needles. This is the yarn, so it's gonna be like some kind of self striping with this blue, green, purple, brownish yarn. This is the label, so it's lang yarn, super socks, super wash. I think you would say 4-ply as well if you look it up online. And I don't know, the color says 901.0022, so I don't know exactly what the color is, because if I look on Ravelry it has names, but there's no name on this one, and there was no name when I bought it in the store, so that's it. But this is how it should I'm trying to focus on this one, how it should knit up. So yeah, fun yarn. Probably just gonna, I keep it just in my backpack, which is over there, and depending on what lessons I have which day. So this is almost a week of knitting, and yeah, it really depends which lecturers. Sometimes we have different professors for the same course, so some of them they have more on their slides than other ones. So yes, that's it. So those were my WIPs that I could just go through pretty fast. Then let's go into, I have also a cross stitching WIP, which I'll show after this one. Maybe I'll pull it out already so I don't forget it. But let me show you the sweater I'm making. So this is what I've been working on the last time. Oh, the most times. Here I have a label. So this is not for me. If you're new here, this is for a friend who is bigger than me. He's a guy. So I have not here, but I will, once it's done, I will take comparison pictures. But I think in episode 35, 34, 35, I think, there's a picture on the screen. You can see this color, and that's where I share like the original sweater as well. The original was more orangey, but this is the yarn he chose. So oh my god, it looks massive. I've not seen it. It's been crumpled up in the bag because I've been knitting the body, and it's easier to turn it around. So last time you saw it, I had this one sleeve finished and this part of the body, this much. So since then I have finished the second sleeve. Yes, they're massive, I know, but he tried it on and it fits, so that's the most important part. I finished the hood. I only have to sew this down. I've made this twice because the first time I used kind of the hood shaping from the travel pattern by Andrea Mari, but yeah, that did not work out. I'll put in a picture here. It's me modeling it so you can see that it's too big, but what's most important is that the hood, it's like it has cat ears, so that does not work. So then I started looking for other ways to knit a hood. So I found a tutorial on YouTube from Beginners Luck Craft. I think I will link it, and it will definitely be linked in the Ravelry page as well. And the video was called DIY Hoodie Raglan Sweater. So it just you knit, it's like about an hour and a half. I think it's a tutorial to knit a hoodie, just but a raglan sweater with a hood, and I used her hood tutorial. So as you can see, let's go this way. It looks big, but he wanted a bigger hood because on the original sweater is from H&M. It also has a hood, but it's one of those hoods that's like it sits here or here, and yeah, he wanted to like be able to pull it over his eyes to take a nap or something. So I did that, and then I used part of the traveler pattern to make this drawstring part. So that's, I can't tell you about that because that's from a paid pattern, so sorry. So I just have to sew it down just to finish it completely. So I have here, there's a double knit little V, which was also in the original sweater. So I'm gonna sew this down to this double knit part. So yeah, and then I think about a week ago on Wednesday I finished the hood. But what happened was, so I completely finished it, and then I had to rip out more than half of it and finish it again. So like it took me almost 2 weeks to just finish this hood. And then now I've been knitting for about a week on this body. And yeah, we are definitely getting somewhere. I've done about 100 rows since you saw this last. So now I'm at, say, row 115. I worked out I should have row 130 rows. But this is how much I have left of the second to last ball, and then I have a completely one more 50-gram ball. So I'm gonna knit this up completely, and also knit most of the other one up, because there's no real finishing at the hem. As you can see, it's just it just rolls down, no I-cord, no ribbing, no nothing. So this is the pattern, so, or the example, so I'm just making this completely. If you're interested, you can go on Ravelry and see, like, I wrote down the pattern for myself if I ever want to do this again, for myself or for anybody else. I know what I've done. I've used different resources, all free, except for the part of the hood that came from the Traveler, so everything will be linked down there. But when he tried it on, it was one sleeve and like this much of the body, so not the best like gauge to see how it's gonna fit. I'm trying to show you. But he told me he maybe wanted a little bit wider. So what I'm thinking to do is just knit up the rest of this ball and the last ball I have completely. So and then, as you can see, there is a lot of stretch in it, so then I can block it and give it a little bit more width, and then it will shrink a little bit lengthwise, but I want to make it long enough. I'm also thinking about having my dad try it on. They're not the same size, but I think it will give me a better idea of how it is fitting. But yeah, during the hood making, I think there's almost 2 complete balls in this hood. And I was like, yeah, I have more than enough yarn for the body. And I was like, oh no. And then there went, I had 5 or 6 balls left for the body. I was like, oh, I'm never gonna have enough. It's like 300 grams. Yes, you will have enough. It's like, I've been going back and forth of like, I won't have enough yarn. I will have more than enough yarn. I ordered 16 balls of this, and this was all they had on the website. So I can always like go on D-stashes or try to find it from another website. And because, as you can see, it's very variegated, I don't really think you would see a difference in dye lot. Could be wrong with that. So after talking about this now, maybe I should show you what the yarn is. The yarn is by Rico Designs. It's the Creative Lazy Hazy Summer Cotton DK, and it's a mix of cotton, acrylic and polyester. So 49% cotton, 46% acrylic and 5% polyester, and this is color 5. Let me show you this one. So this is what I've been knitting on these last couple of days, and I've been like, I want to finish it. So sometimes some days I have class, like Monday I had class until 4, and then I went babysitting, and I was home around 8:30, and then I ate, and I like did 3 rows on it or something, and then I went to bed. But like yesterday, I don't know, I did more rows on it, and today I've done almost 20 rows on it as well. So depends on what day it is, but we're almost done to finishing this. If I knit on only this, I can probably finish it in like tomorrow or something. But we cannot do that because we have school and other stuff to do. But yeah, let me give you a last view of it. So yes, it's gonna be very big, but like even this hood, I laid it on one of my sweaters, which I think the hood could be a little bit longer, and it almost fits perfectly. It's just a little bit bigger, so I think it should be fine. I hope it is fine. So yes. So this is a drop shoulder. Nope, a saddle shoulder. Not a drop shoulder. It's a saddle shoulder with a satin sleeve. So I worked the sleeve cap. And as you can see, I could have maybe, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of puckering here. So I could have maybe made this a little bit smaller. So the sleeve would be a little bit smaller. But hey, oh, this is what happened. And we are sticking with this for now. Let me put it in here. So it's in this bucket bag from Stephen and Penelope, and it's a very big sweater, so it just lives in here. You push in the hood and the arms, and then the body part you're knitting on just sits on top. You can turn it like this, so that's perfect. Normally, let me see, it should be here somewhere, do not know. Here it is. So this is the last ball. So they come in this kind of ball cake things, but once you're like at some point it's just annoying, and if you pull on it it does not go. So then I just like for the last 20 grams or something I wind it up as a ball. So this is all I have left, but will definitely be more than enough. So happy with that. So that is, even though those socks look like, oh my god, you finished all the socks. Yes, but it's been 5 weeks, and one of those weeks was my vacation knitting, or how could I say it, or like I finished my exams and then I had a week off from school, and then the first week of school was pretty lazy. Like I edited whatever. I put together my 2023 wrapped video, so I had those times, but now it's very busy. Then I have, let me turn over my notebook to get the right information. Set that. Okay, the last work in progress I have is a cross stitch one. So this is a bag I crocheted and seems to be perfect to fit my cross stitch into it. So let's see. So this is it. I am about 45% into it. It has 1,806 crosses, and I have done 819. But these so where you see this, and you can't really see it, but there's, so it says to the stars, and then here you have who listen. So those who listen, and this mountain, you can say, is backstitch, and this does not have this is not counted into the pattern. So in my head I'm over halfway. Let me roll this up again to make it easier. I am over halfway because I only have to say, so it says to the stars who listen, and then here, and to the stars who listen, and the dreams that are answered. My god. This is a quote from one of my favorite book series, from A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I read those about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and I made, oh, it's over there, I'm too lazy to get it. I made a sweatshirt out of it, which has the quote here on the front pocket. It has this logo, so this is, no spoilers, but this is some place in the realm of ACOTAR. And then on the back it has paint splashes. It says chapter 55 and hashtag FaceSend. Won't say anymore, but if you read those ones, you probably know what I'm talking about. But that's like one of my favorite sweatshirts, and when I saw this I was like, yeah, I want to get it on cross stitch one, which I can put up on the wall. I have not put anything up on the wall, but yes. So I just have to do those black words, then probably, so it's to the stars who listen, and the will be in black, dreams will be in the blue black stars, and our answered will be in this small black font. So yeah, it will go pretty quickly, I think, if I just sit myself down for it and do it, but now I'm just like, I want to finish that sweater. So this is also on an 18 count, so the same as the fox. 2 over 1 full cross. I think that's everything. And for the back stitch, I also use 2 threads. I think normally in the pattern they say 1, but I think it looks better with 2 threads, because this is black that I got from my grandma, so that's the 3 trend from DMC, and it seemed just like that little bit less thick than the DMCs from now, so I thought I'd just double it up, that you can really see the mountains and stuff. So if I come pretty close by, you can probably see on some places it has 2 threads, so that, and then if I show you the back, I think it looks pretty neat. I had a little bit of troubles how to like secure the ends, but yeah, it worked out, and I will frame this or hoop this or do something with it, so you will never see the back and it won't come loose. So let's put this back here and then on the pile. Yes. Okay, I think those are all my whips, my FOs. Yes, I've been talking for a long time, but I want to keep it fast, so just go into future knitting, which is like together with acquisitions. So what have I gotten here? So maybe first up, I bought 4 more balls of this Manada by Pasquale. Once I start my project with it, I will tell you all about it, but I bought 6 or 7 balls of this, but these are 25 grams and not 50 grams, so I would not have enough for my project, so I bought 4 more of those because I was in Antwerp for the Olympic tournament qualifiers. Belgium is going to the Olympics for the women basketball team. So we were there, so I stopped at the store and I got the last 4 black balls in the same die load. So perfect. I made a swatch for it. I can't even remember which one is which. I put in some things, but I wrote it down already and you can't even really see it, but it's in stockinette. And yes, so it's gonna be so soft. I'm looking forward to working it. So this is probably it's gonna be the Soho blouse by Cagery. Now there's some more here in my hair, in my mouth. So this is probably what I'm gonna cast on once that sweater is finished, because I have 4 balls here, I have the other ones at home, so wherever I am I can start it and be that. Then I got myself so this is Stranded Dye Works. I got myself 2 skeins of yesterday's bouquet. So Jude is stopping, or oh, there's a sticker in here. Oh my god! Oh, look, it says "Oh my god, yarn." I'm gonna have to put this on my laptop. Oh, that's so cool! Did not see that one. Oh, fun! So I got a sticker. So this is by Stranded Dye Works, and I'm gonna make a Tulsa tee out of this. So this is the merino nylon fingering, 75 superwash merino, 25 nylon, and yesterday's bouquet. It's pinker than some, so this colorway probably comes out differently, but I wanted to support Jude in like putting his shop on hiatus indefinitely, so I'm not sure if he's ever coming back to that yarn, but I wanted some more of his yarn, and I made a Tulsa tee already out of Flower Crown, and I was like, okay, let's make another one. And I think this is like a soft pink, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but with these blue speckles in it, it will be pretty cool. So a Tulsa tee. Maybe I'll start this after my lecture stocks are finished, because a Tulsa is pretty easy to knit in class as well. And then I have 2 sets of minis. So and these are my Patreon minis. So these ones are the December ones, and these are the January ones. Names of these ones is, I think, Festival of Light, Frost, and Galileo, if I'm right. And then these ones are The Most Wonderful Time, Peony, and Window Frost. Don't come at me if that's not the right order, but yes. These ones are 10 grams. Yes, in also the soft fingering of a homespun house, 75-25 superwash merino nylon. And I'm probably gonna make a blanket out of these ones. I don't know, but these ones just came in after I podcasted the December ones because they were a little bit late, and then now we're back on track. So like midway the next month you'll get your minis. So yes, I am a patron from a homespun house, and I decided I don't want to buy a lot of yarn this year. And then 2 weeks after that I bought this, and then the black yarn. But it's like I have more than enough yarn which I want to work with. So I want to look at, like, I want to work with something that I've had a long time in my stash, maybe something newer or something exciting. But I could not pass up minis, so I think these ones are really gonna be coming in, and we'll see. This is what I'm choosing to spend my money on, not on other yarn, but on these minis. And you also get the vlogs on Patreon from a homespun house, which I love to watch. So those are those ones, and then we'll see if I'm gonna make a blanket. I have other minis, other leftovers. Gonna make a sweater. I don't know. These ones are just gonna be, I'm gonna be collecting them for now, and then we'll see. So that's everything I wanted to tell you about. So like I said, it's been very busy. I am doing a full semester this semester. So last semester I had one course less than normal, just because that worked out better. So now I have a lot. And so if you see some cuts, I have a runny nose and I am coughing a little bit, probably because of the talking, so that's why the edits are there. But what was I saying? So, oh yeah, so for every course I have, I also have lab sessions, sometimes exercise sessions. So that means, like, say we have a course that's called Diversity of Animals, where we're seeing all the different groups of animals you have. Like, for the moment we're still at sea, looking at most of it, and saw some worms as well, so mostly small animals. And now my nose is filling itself. Yay. I hate this kind of weather where it's warm, cold, and then, like, it's not that I'm sick, I just have a cold, and it's a little bit annoying. So yeah, that's not so important right now, Wyffels. For that course we have 4 hours, so two 2-hour lectures, and then we also have 4 hours of lab sessions. One that's like sometimes it's a dissection of an animal, sometimes it's just looking at say you have this very small animal, and then they cut it up, and then you look at it with a microscope to see all the different kinds. And then on the other 2 hours we have to determine different animals. For the moment we did some different insects, some different spiders. So we have this big table, and you just go, does it have so many legs? Yes or no? Okay, go to that question, and so you get to the animal. It's very interesting, but you have to be prepared, and then it takes a long time to do that, and most of those animals we have to be able to recognize until like in May for the practical exam. So yeah, it's a lot, and like this is one example, but like I have different ones. So for now, at the moment, my Wednesdays are free, but I think in not next week, but the week after, we start with our excursion. So we are going to different places. We're going to the sea, we're going to the forest, to just to see what kind of animals and plants and everything live at different places, how they're adapted to it. So very interesting, but that means also busy and a lot of work, because we have to take pictures and write reports and all of that. So I'm not complaining, maybe a little bit, but that's also because I had 2 very busy weekends, which meant that I didn't have time to really prepare during the weekends, which means that I, like, say I have class at 8:30, before that I have to make my preparations for then my lab session at 11, and like so on. So it's just been very busy in that way. So the days I have class, it's almost all day. So on Wednesday, not at the moment, and on Friday it's pretty okay. So that means that I can go home at a decent hour. But I think that's all I really wanted to tell you. Could tell you a lot more about those 5 weeks, but just don't feel like it. We are about I'm trying to work out how long I'm filming for with light break, so it's gonna be 45 minutes, which is not my longest video, definitely not, but still longer than I would have wanted to. But I had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 finished objects, and then 4 whips, which is normal. Like I had 10 projects to talk to you about, so it is normal. But yeah, whatever. Rambling again. Love talking to you today. I hope to see you in 2 weeks. If it's not in 2 weeks, you will see. It depends on when I have time and I have the energy to do this. Because sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna film, and then it just doesn't happen that day. So we'll see. I'll go edit this and upload it, and then I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Goodbye.